We're in Huntington, Vermont. The camera is pointed towards Camel's Hump. You can just see the shoulder of the mountain down to the left. So there are some fairly high clouds today. Hoping those will be mostly gone by the time I get to the top. Now we're a little past the village of Huntington. Now a little bit more of the mountain is in view, looking into the sun. You can see pretty much all but the last 500 feet or so of the top. Clouds are dissipating up there. You can see the south face of the mountain. And here's one more full view of the mountain. Clouds are totally gone from the top now. So we're here at the parking lot for the Burrows trail. Quite a bit larger and improved since I last came here several years ago. And even on a Wednesday in midsummer, it's about half full already. So I expect to see quite a few people at the top because there are three other ways to get up there at least. So this is the beginning of the Burrows trail. Going to go up that, go north on the long trail, take the Alpine Trail. I'm excited about that. I've never been on it before. Go to the south face, up the long trail, and then back down. I'm allowing about 5 hours altogether, but we'll see how it goes. Nice plaque that wasn't here last time I was here. Very nice start to the trail. This seems new. I just haven't been here in a long time. And you can also come up from a lower parking lot, and it's the Burrows Forest City connector that gets you up here if you want a little extra hike. The Burrows Trail is one of the very first hikes that I ever did. So it's my idea of a mountain trail, or my first idea anyway. The nice thing about it is that it's a very steady grade, never super steep, never any downs either. It's pretty much up. So it gets to the top, and it's 2,400 vertical feet, so it takes an hour and a half, maybe a couple hours. Well, I've gone 200 yards and I'm already pretty tired, so just kidding. At this point it starts to get a little bit steeper, and as I remember it stays a little bit steeper the rest of the way, but not sure. We're at a slight bend in the trail here, a little break in the woods. Beautiful day. And we're back to just average steepness again. It's some nice water control coming up out of this dry stream bed. One thing the trail maintainers have to figure out is how to keep the trail from becoming a stream when there's a heavy rain. Try to mitigate those problems and damage. And we're on Blue Blazes here. Going through Basswood Alley here. Very nice. Fern Row. And back to the Basswood again. Well, the first time I came up this trail was almost 40 years ago. 40 years ago this fall. And it looks like it's been rerouted slightly in some places. Looks like it might have gone down through there. And a significant amount of trail work has gone on too, which I really appreciate. This might be one of the most used trails in Vermont, I would say. So we've reached a local maximum here, and then, well, not really, we're just on the side of the hill. And we're going down just a little bit and then back up. And we're crossing another dry stream bed here. Hasn't been particularly dry in Vermont this summer, but now up through the trees I can see the side profile of Camel's Hump. And we're not nearly at the saddle yet, but making some progress. Side hill traverse here. I can see some daylight off to the left just slightly. So, seems to me this trail's been totally rerouted since 30 years ago, but I could be wrong. At the top of the rocky part, we're kind of going into switchback mode here. Back to the south, then I assume a turn back to the north. Looks like we do a little sort of straight up the hillside before we cut back north. Heading right up, pretty much of a slab here. Soil's very thin, this high on the mountain. And after that fairly straight up steep, going off on a little diagonal here, a little traverse. Still not level by any means. Nice and cool up here. I can almost see my breath, literally. Pretty moist too. And now we're headed pretty directly up the hillside once more. Now I definitely remember this part of the trail from 30 years ago, looking down at the stream over here. Okay, still heading up. And a little turn to the left, flattening out a little bit. And we're headed straight up again. And I feel like I remember this area too. Maybe the trail's lost a little bit of soil through here. And here the brook is right next to the trail. You could get some water if you needed to, you'd want to filter it. Getting much less steep now. And see some sky, so I think I'm pretty close to the saddle now. So we're going up, continuing up the rocky part. Overall a little bit steeper grade, so I think we're getting fairly close to the saddle now. Nice root staircase. We're approaching the saddle now, pretty much on the level. Kind of clouded over. Thunderstorms expected later, might get a sprinkle of rain now. On over just a very slight ridge, and we're actually going down to the saddle here. Okay, so we've just come up 2,400 feet in 2.1 miles. We're at the saddle. There was a cabin here long ago, but never when I've come up. We've got a dog party going on. And a plaque over here that I haven't seen. I'll have to go look at it. A registered natural landmark. Looks like the plaque was put in fairly recently though. Well, the weather's turned a little iffy, as mountain weather can do, so I'm going to go right up to the top right now. And then down the south face on the long trail. So from the clearing you take the long trail south. It says no overnight camping, that means in this area. And head right up the rocks. If the weather is deteriorating, you're going to be in an exposed area very quickly here and not have any cover. So if the weather's deteriorating, you should just turn around right here and not head up. But we're hopefully going to make it today, short time on the top and then down the south face. And we've just come up a short way and starting to get into mostly rocks here. Well, trees seem to have grown up some since I last came up here. So it's not totally exposed, but you want to get off this in a storm anyway. So this is the south minor summit of Camel's Hump. You can see Mount Mansfield and the near distance here, Bolton Mountain also. And beautiful mountain weather going on right now. Haven't even had a spit of rain, but I probably shouldn't say that. I'll probably get doused quickly. Beautiful, a little bit limited view today. Can't see the White Mountains. You can see some of the lesser ranges of the Green Mountains on to the east here. We're at the summit. That's what I call the shelter rock. When the wind's anywhere from the west, you can sit right behind it. As you can see right now, there's nothing else on top. I'll go sit behind it. Just to the south, there's Mount Iffy Mountain. And then a little further in the distance is the Monroe skyline. Cut Mount Ellen, Mount 8, they're in the clouds right now. The summit right here is absolutely beautiful. No one else up here, I wonder why. Kind of cool and windy right now. Looking to the southwest, Champlain Valley. To the west, high peaks of the Adirondacks are in clouds right now too, but you can see Lake Champlain.